All right, guys, it's that time of the year. We got to make some resolutions. And this is a magical time for us people that go to the gym on a regular basis. Everybody goes to the gym in the new year, and it lasts for like a month, maybe two. And as the time goes by, you literally see people, just waves of them, just like eroding away. It's an absolute anomaly to watch. And why does that happen? People make too drastic of an approach. You can't do that. I'm going to tell you why in this video. If you find yourself to be one of the 45% of Americans that actually set resolutions every year, guess what? About 8% of you will succeed every year. What are you doing wrong? Let's get into it. The biggest mistake most people make is they make their resolutions too drastic. That's right, I said it. They go too much balls to the wall and they try to change too many things too fast, and their body doesn't have a chance to adjust. When your body can't adjust, it's very hard for you to make any kind of lasting change because you have to change your habits. And in order to change your habits, you have to change the way that your brain perceives information. And if you can't do that, you're going to fail. Let's look at the example of how people actually approach health and fitness in the new year. So the top two resolutions on the list are usually losing weight and being healthier. So most people cut a lot of calories out of their diet. They start going to the gym. They don't know what they're doing in the gym, and they don't know what they're doing with the diet. The brain can't understand all this change at once, plus they haven't given enough time for the body to acclimate to all of these changes. So over the course of, let's just say, a couple of weeks, they slowly get worn down because the brain couldn't adjust, and you slowly revert to the same state that you were before you started your resolutions. Well, that kind of sucks. You say, so if I'm not supposed to be making drastic changes, how do I actually achieve my New Year's resolutions? Well, you do it slowly over a longer period of time. The idea behind this is you just introduce a small change so the brain can actually process that change over a period of time in which you can develop a small habit. That period of time is generally 14 days. So going back to the previous example of going to the gym and cutting stuff out of your diet. Let's just take the cutting stuff out of your diet to the side and then just focus on the gym. So for the first 14 days, just go to the gym. That's all you got to do. Just ingrain the habit of going to the gym until your brain is comfortable enough with the fact that, dude, I'm in this new place I haven't been to for, I don't know how long you haven't been in the gym, but it's adjusted. It's finally there. It's at a point where it's comfortable, and now you can add more stuff to the habit that you already formed, and the drastic change isn't wearing down the brain over a long period of time. Many of you out there are probably asking, why the hell are you talking about the brain so much? It's because the brain has habits ingrained inside of it. That's how we developed as a species, because if you took too many drastic changes back in the day, like way back in the day, you could have died because you didn't know if you ate the wrong berry or you did too many other things that you weren't supposed to do. You could have vanished as a species. So we developed to make small changes over the period of a longer span of time so that we can ensure our survival. And that translates to the real world today, because if you make too many drastic changes, your brain begins to fight because your brain doesn't like to make drastic changes. It's a threat to its survival. So what it would rather do is make small incremental changes over, let's just say, a short period of time, like 14 days, to allow your pattern to set into the fact that, okay, I'm used to this new activity, and once you're used to that new activity, you could just add more stuff to it. There you have it. That's pretty much how you introduce lasting change into your life. You just break down the solution of the problem that you want to achieve. You break it down to small chunks, and then you attack one small chunk every 14 days. So you go to the gym, 14 days, you got that habit formed. Now you start adding more stuff. Let's just say you start to work on specific exercises, or you start to work on your diet. You do that for the next 14 days until a new habit is formed, and then you fucking rinse and repeat. And that's how it's done, gentlemen and ladies. What have we learned? We learned that the drastic approach probably won't work for you. It only works for people about 8% of the time. So if you're like the 92% of the people that the drastic approach doesn't work for, why the fuck would you do it again this year? Don't. Take small chunks and then attack those chunks until you've mastered them, and then add more chunks, one at a time. Because if this is how you approach it, you'll actually create change over a long period of time that will stick with you. And if you found yourself as part of those people that every year you tend to set the same exact freaking resolutions and every single year you fail, Well, what's the common cause? You made too drastic of a change and your body couldn't handle it and your brain began to fight and your brain won so far. So don't do it again. That's the whole thing, is don't be insane. Don't do the same actions year after year and expect a different result. Unless you've learned something along the way that would increase your odds of being successful, just change the way you approach it, because what you're doing isn't working. Alright guys, if you liked the video, please hit the like button below, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and follow us on all the various social media internets that are available out there. We're going to have a whole bunch of content coming out this year. Please follow us along. Thanks a lot.